Welcome everybody, and this is the continuation of your CG On Demand Premium, and this is hashtag China Tuesday. Really glad to be seeing everybody tonight, or sorry, not tonight, but today. We got a nice conditioning piece. It's good enough to challenge you. It's good enough to give you more of the pump. You'll see why. And movement, or at least workout, is going to be 32, 24, 16, and 8. Alright, so 32, 24, 16, and 8 of jumping lunges, deadlifts, and push-ups. For the jumping lunges, you count each step as one count. Unless you're crazy enough and you want to do right and left pair for one count, congrats. Joke lang. But that's good. Keep it up. So the weights are, if you're gonna use a double dumbbell, it's gonna be 40 for the gents, 25 for the ladies, of course pounds. Got the barbell, which is loaded to 115 maximum and 75 maximum for the ladies. Again, through this sort of workout, just minus 10 pounds until you can feel like you can string around whatever the scale that you set with. Okay, if you're using a ruck, use a heavy ruck. Right. So we got 3 movements, and the strategy goes within the 32. I would go at a more controlled pace. The jumping lunges, I'll just do 1, 2, breathe just a little bit, get to another 1, 2. Certainly not my style to sprint the beginning of the workout unless I have a shorter time period, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing on the jumping lunges. The deadlifts are going to be relatively okay weight for me, competing weight. So I can probably shoot around sets of 12, 10, and 10. That for me is a little bit fair. Just so I don't also shoot too low. Right? So that's a good way for splitting your deadlifts in the beginning. And then the push-ups, well, I'd like to play with around the number of around 8, 8, and 8 all the time. 8, 16, 4 sets of 8. I don't want to burn out right away, so I'll always conserve on the first big chunk, because the second chunk is just gonna eat me up. So I'll work with the same strategy, just chip the reps away, and then when I'm down to my 16 and 8, that's when I can start telling myself, alright, I know what it feels like. I'm more than halfway done, so let me end this workout and get and challenge myself if I can expend a little bit more energy in my exercises. So that's what you want to think about when loading up your weights or when warming up for this workout. No more questions today. Let's go through your movements, and here you go. Softbox Light from Lazada or Shopee, up and on again. So we got jumping lunges, and it's gonna be body weight. So when you're doing your jumping lunges from a diagonal profile, I'm gonna step forward and swing my right arm. So left foot jumps up and forward, right arm moves forward also, thumbs goes up. This is gonna grant you an athletic stance. So you're not just slouch and look like sleepy. Your shoulders are back, and you're simulating the run. Of course, that's gonna have a better translation when you're doing the run in actual life, hopefully. So you better want to practice that. So jumping lunges, swing, switch. Keep the chest up. Forget to roll your shoulders forward. Then swing your elbows forward and stay on that athletic stance. Right? So, as much as possible, you want your knees to never track, you can't see it, but to never track past your toes, where your heels are off the floor. So, always just right stack them up, land on your toes, still both feet are pointed forward. Always eyes up. And breathe through every rep. I can see in a lot of aerobic warm-up pieces or workouts, a lot of people forget to breathe because they're just in a rush, or they got so into the music, something like that. So that for me is always a tip, especially when I'm doing lots of reps, double unders, box jumps, burpees, and it's all about breathing. Right? After that, you're gonna be doing a set of deadlifts. So for right now, I got my barbell, my stick set up over here. And when you're setting up for a deadlift, hands are gonna be right this up, or thumbs length away from the hips. you have a full grip, either the double overhand or the alternate grip, or switch grip is what I like to call it. And from here, setup is of course going to start with your feet hip width apart. Shoulders are back the entire time, and of course you're going to start off from the floor, right? So it's going to be right smack in the middle of your shin. Shoulders are back, dig the butt a little low, not this low, not this high. Just right smack in the middle with a little dip before the pull, just to make sure that when you pull it, the weight is not going to leave your shin. You don't want that. You just let it catch your shin, your knees, until you're fully standing up. Again, muscles involved are going to be, as you lean forward, that's going to be your lower back. As you lean more forward, glutes, and the hamstrings, right? Stand up. So those are slow-mo deadlifts in actual time. Down, up, down, up, down. Right? Squeeze the glutes. You want to get a wedgie after you perform that sort of movement. And then the last one would be push-ups. So the push-ups, hands are going to be set up middle finger 12 o'clock on each side, right? Hands are right smack under your chest. Squeeze the elbows close to your body, and then perform that push-up. But then one thing that you also want to take in mind is that your torso and your thighs or hip should be all in one straight line down to your ankles. If that's not possible, you can bend the knees just to shorten that whole length that you have to use your muscles to be involved in that whole weight, right? So from here, I'll show you a side view and a forward view or a front view of our push-ups. Right in front, hands are close to you, shoulder width apart, dig it down and press it. Down, up, down, up. From the side, or on my knees. So that's chest and thighs down on the ground every single time. Then you push your weight forward without really sprawling your elbows out. Getting your lats involved, triceps, shoulders, chest, all on that push forward, right? So those are how to do your push-ups for today. So those are all the 3 movements that you'll be doing in this exercise. Again, it's all about gradually increasing the pace as you chip away the reps. Okay, so that's what we're doing for the CGCon. Hope you guys are all well. See you on the next one, the core piece, right about now.